Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're checking out an AI tool for investors. It's called Intellectia.ai. And yeah, the name's a mouthful, but stick with me because this one's actually got a lot going on under the hood. So the whole pitch here is pretty bold. They're calling themselves the smartest way to invest, analyze, and grow your money 24/7. And basically the idea is they're taking those Wall Street grade research tools, the stuff hedge funds and big firms use, and simplifying it down for regular everyday investors like you and me. So let's actually dig into what that means in practice. Okay, so first thing, this isn't just a website, there's also a mobile app, which honestly makes sense for a trading tool because markets don't stop moving just because you stepped away from your laptop. So you can download it on iOS or Android, and from what I can tell, the whole experience is built around this idea of having an AI analyst that's just always on, always watching the market for you. Now, one of the first things they highlight is this live search feature. And honestly, this is a pretty cool concept. It's basically a research agent that's connected to the internet in real time. So instead of you manually digging through 10 different news sites trying to piece together what's going on with a stock, you can just ask it and it pulls from both the open internet and their own internal database to surface breaking news, trends, whatever you need. And look, in trading, timing is everything. Like literally every second can matter. So having something that's fetching and summarizing information fast, that's a genuinely useful edge. Now this is where it gets interesting, the AI trading signals. So they've got a few different flavors of this. There's the AI stock picker, which basically gives you a daily list of stocks the AI has flagged based on its own analysis. There's a swing trade signal for people who are holding positions over days or weeks rather than minutes. And then there's a day trading pivot signal, which is clearly built for the more active in and out crowd. So depending on your style, whether you're a long-term swing trader or someone who's glued to the charts all day, there's a signal type that's supposedly built for you. And I have to say, this is smart product design because not every investor trades the same way. Somebody holding for a few weeks needs completely different information than somebody trying to catch a 5-minute move. So having these separated out into their own tools instead of just throwing one generic buy or sell signal at everybody, that's a nice touch. Now let's talk about the actual research side of things because this is where a lot of these platforms either shine or completely fall apart. So they've got what they call a security analysis page, and basically this is where you go to zoom in on one specific stock or asset and just get the full picture. You've got charts, obviously. You've got a snapshot view, which I'm guessing is like a quick overview, key stats, that kind of thing. There's an estimates section, which usually means analyst price targets and earnings projections. There's a dedicated news tab. And okay, this one I actually think is pretty underrated. There's a transcript section, which if that means earnings call transcripts, that is genuinely valuable because a lot of retail investors never actually read those, even though that's where companies say the stuff that really moves the stock. And on the charts specifically, they mention that the AI trading signals actually get marked directly on the historical price chart. So you're not just getting a signal in isolation, you can see it plotted against the price action, so you can kind of eyeball whether the AI's calls have historically lined up with what the stock actually did. That's the kind of transparency I like to see, honestly, because it's easy for any tool to claim our AI is smart, but showing you the signal right there on the chart, that at least gives you something to evaluate for yourself. So who's actually using this thing? Well, they've got some reviews up from the App Store, and to be fair, take App Store reviews with a grain of salt. Every product cherry picks the good ones, but a few themes come up more than once. People are saying the AI feels genuinely built into the platform, not just bolted on as a gimmick. Somebody mentioned they'd been using the website for over a year and the app for a couple months, and said the overall experience held up. Another reviewer pointed out that there's a free tier, which honestly that's a big deal because a lot of these AI investing platforms lock everything behind a paywall right out of the gate. Having a way to actually test the waters before paying anything, that lowers the barrier a lot. Now let's zoom out for a second because if you poke around their site, you realize the stock picker and swing trade signal are really just the surface. There's a whole deeper toolkit under the hood, things like a Quant.ai alpha pick, a swing max portfolio tool, a Whales auto tracker, which I'm guessing tracks big institutional money movements, kind of like watching what the smart money is doing. There's pattern detection, an AI screener, a backtesting playground so you can test strategies against historical data before risking real money, and even an AI earnings prediction tool. So this is not a one-feature app. This is clearly built to be like a full command center for a serious retail investor. And they've also got a news section that's broken down by category: earnings analysis, crypto news, institutional news, and, okay, this one caught my eye, Congress news. Which, if you didn't know, there's actually a whole niche of investors who track what members of Congress are buying and selling because, well, let's just say some of them have had suspiciously good timing over the years. So having that baked right into the platform is a nice touch for that crowd specifically. Now look, I do want to be upfront about something here. Any AI trading signal from any platform is not a guarantee. Markets are unpredictable, and past performance, even if a signal has looked accurate historically, doesn't promise future results. So if you're going to use a tool like this, I'd treat it as one input among several, not as gospel. Do your own research on top of it. That's just smart investing regardless of which platform you're using. So overall, is Intellectia.ai worth checking out? I think if you're the kind of investor who wants more data at your fingertips, real-time research, AI-generated signals split by trading style, deep security analysis with actual earnings transcripts, plus a bunch of more advanced tools like backtesting and whale tracking, this looks like a genuinely feature-rich platform. And the fact that there's a free tier to start with means you can go kick the tires yourself without committing any money up front. Anyway, that's my breakdown. Again, not financial advice, just walking you through what the tool actually offers. If you end up trying it, let me know in the comments what you think of the signals, and if this was helpful, drop a like, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll catch you in the next one.